Hey, I'm gonna give an example on the verse in Peter that says, "Love covers a multitude of sins." So, the way that I think is the best way to understand this verse is that you compare it to like a diet. So, I used to work out a lot and exercise and eat diets and all that stuff. And because I wanted to be a pro athlete, but basically, um, I was on an extremely strict diet for years and years while I was training. And I never ate out. I only ate like really clean food. I had a very strict diet. I never ate any junk food. I didn't even eat sugar. I only drank black coffee. Um, I cooked everything very lightly to retain all the nutrients, right? And so, but the thing was, is though I had a great diet, I was kind of miserable for a lot of reasons, but that was one of them. And if you think about it like this, it's kind of like love, versus legalism is kind of like you have to be balanced in both of them. And you really got to work on the thing that you're weak in, right? So the way I would see it is like, if you're working out, right, you're, striving for all these things, but you never treat yourself, then you're not living a life that is worth the effort of that you're putting into it, right? And I'm going to explain myself because I don't want to give people a license to sin either, right? So the thing is, though, in diet, you don't have a nutritional requirement for Cheetos. You don't have a nutritional requirement for eating at McDonald's, or deep fried ice cream or whatever. That's not a requirement. So I'm not saying to eat garbage food. I'm not saying to eat unclean food. What I'm saying is if you can't go out to dinner and order whatever, right? Because you're not sure if they're going to use seed oils or not in the food. And yeah, I would avoid seed oils too. But what I'm saying is if you can't even do that because you're so uptight about your diet, that is what I'm talking about. And so when love covers a multitude of sins, it's kind of like you don't need to stand and die on the hill of every single sin that people commit against you. And I am someone who is more in that camp of where I'm kind of more prone to doing that, but it makes you miserable. And so love covering a multitude of sins is just about love gives you the ability to forgive people and to move on and to work with people sometimes, even if they're not perfect, you know? And so that's why I use the diet analogy is because if you're so strict, you're actually almost breaking the commandments because you're not showing mercy. You're not showing forgiveness, justice, all those things. God bless.